Good morning. I know some of us are still reeling from the news last night, the government's announcement that we're going back into a lockdown, and a fairly hard lockdown at that. Do you know, it's never really gotten much easier for many people since the first lockdown. I know that's a fact. I know many people have struggled. I know that there are still stresses just under the surface of things, many of which people have just hadn't had a chance to deal with. And here we find ourselves in this next phase. It's difficult to know what to expect. And when it's difficult to know what to expect, it's difficult to have hope. There's a story about a guy named Peter in the Bible, and I like this story. It's a difficult one, but I really identify with it because this guy Peter has this expectation. He has an expectation of his own life and an expectation of Jesus Christ, who he's following. And it's clear to me that he expects his life to go a certain way. You know, he's learning more. He's growing more. His faith is growing. He's able to do more things. His confidence is growing. And there comes this moment that he never thought would come, where he turns his back. He loses confidence. And in the story in Luke chapter 22, he denies Jesus in front of a whole group of people. And it's something he never thought he would do. And I wonder what he went through afterwards. The pain and the frustration and the disappointment in himself. You know, we can fall into that trap a lot of times. I know I do. Placing expectations on my own life. And when those things fall through, figuring out where the foundation is in all the shifting sand. Not being sure what's stable and what's not. You know, I like to think of our life as kind of a circle, you know, and the thing that we put in the middle of that circle is the thing that's most important to us. It's also what we put our expectations in, what our hope is in. You know, for many of us over Christmas, our expectations were changed, you know, due to government restrictions. All of a sudden, we couldn't meet up with families. Last night, as the announcement was made, I was down in the village center here in Lark Hall, just walking the streets and praying. And I felt this tremendous sense of peace, that even in amidst all the chaos and uncertainty, there is still peace. You know, when we put our own expectations in the center of our life circle, and those expectations change or they move sideways, you know, we're forced to chase after those things and realign ourselves to try and meet those things. Or maybe job situation has changed, or family situation. Maybe our health has been affected. And we can spend our life trying to move that circle around to meet new expectations, and they too will change. But one thing that I really identify with Peter is he figured out that Jesus needed to be the center of his life. As we're told in the Bible, you know, God is unchanging. When everything else in the world around us is changing and slipping away and becoming uncertain, he stays the same, and Jesus stays the same. This week, I think it would be really good for us to pray about our life. You just hold up your hands as a symbol of your life, this circle being your life, and just think about the things that are inside of it. What's the center of that circle for you? Is it shifting? Is it falling away? Is it slipping? if you pray Jesus into the center of that circle of your life, I guarantee you that will not shift. And you will find a kind of confidence and a sure-footedness that you've never known before. For those who are Christians, you may know of people who need to think about this. It may be actually in your own life. Maybe Jesus has slipped out of the center for you. I'd love for you to pray Jesus into the center of that circle this week. God bless you guys.